Have you ever found yourself doing everything possible to make a woman happy, even if it meant sacrificing your own happiness or changing who you are? If so, you're not alone. Many men mistakenly believe that bending over backwards is the key to a harmonious relationship. However, there's an ancient wisdom called Stoicism that suggests a different approach. Stoicism, dating back thousands of years, provides valuable insights into how we should approach relationships. This isn't about blaming or neglecting the women in your life. Instead, it's about learning how to care in a healthy and respectful way, leading to more fulfilling relationships. Fear not, as Stoicism can serve as a guiding light. Let's explore how to navigate the complexities of relationships without losing your true self in the process. Are you ready? Let's embark on this journey together. Number 1. Neglecting your personal growth. Picture yourself on a path, navigating through a dense forest filled with the demands and expectations of life. Each step forward represents progress towards self-improvement, wisdom, and ultimately virtue. Now envision continually veering off your path to tread someone else's, prioritizing their needs and goals over your own. It's not just a temporary detour, it's a diversion from your personal growth. Epictetus would argue that this deviation misuses our capacity for reason and neglects our individual development. In the context of relationships, particularly those where we may be overly focused on pleasing a partner, it's crucial to remember this Stoic lesson. Compromising your own development or consistently prioritizing someone else's needs above your own can impede your progress and result in a loss of self. The Stoics didn't advocate for self-improvement as a selfish pursuit, but as a means to become better humans for ourselves and those around us. By neglecting personal growth, we not only stall on our path, but also deprive our partners of the best version of ourselves. After all, how can we genuinely contribute to the happiness and well-being of others if we're not cultivating our own virtue and wisdom? Epictetus's teachings remind us that the focus on self-improvement and wisdom is not a solitary pursuit, but one that enriches our interactions and relationships. It's about striking a balance, ensuring that while we are supportive and caring, we do not sacrifice our own growth at the altar of someone else's needs. Number 2, losing your independence. Seneca, with his insightful wisdom, cautioned against overly tying our peace and happiness to external factors, including relationships. It's not that we shouldn't value and nurture our connections with others, but rather that we shouldn't anchor our entire sense of self-worth or happiness to them. Think of a tree. It leans towards the sun, benefits from the rain, and supports other life forms. Yet, its growth and survival depend on its roots and the nourishment it draws from within the soil. Similarly, when we tie our happiness or self-worth to someone else, we're like a tree relying on an external source for stability. If that source falters, we risk toppling over. Seneca's warning encourages us to deepen our roots, finding strength and nourishment from within ourselves. Cultivating independence isn't about isolating ourselves or severing emotional connections. Instead, it's about building a strong foundation within ourselves. This foundation allows our relationships to become sources of joy and growth, rather than crutches or cages. It involves engaging deeply with our interests, pursuing goals, and developing a resilient sense of self in the face of life's changes and challenges. Finding contentment within is a journey requiring introspection, honesty, and the courage to face our own shadows. It's about acknowledging desires, fears, and dreams, understanding that while others can complement our journey, they can't be our sole path to fulfillment. Internal contentment becomes a wellspring of strength, not just for ourselves but also for our relationships. When we're not dependent on others to fill our voids, we engage with them from a place of completeness, not lack. Number 3, sacrificing your personal freedom. In the heat of passion or the desire to please, it's surprisingly easy to give up our independence. You might cancel plans you were excited about, suppress your interests, or even change your opinions to align with someone else's expectations. While it may feel like love, Stoicism encourages us to question these sacrifices. Are we sacrificing our personal freedom for affection, or are we nurturing a relationship where both individuals can thrive independently? Consider this: your integrity and freedom are invaluable. They make up the very essence of who you are. When you trade them for someone's approval, you're not just losing a part of yourself, you're also establishing an unsustainable and unhealthy precedent for the relationship. Stoicism teaches us that relationships should not be about losing oneself, but about mutual growth, respect, and understanding. All of these are rooted in the freedom to be true to oneself. So before you reshape your life to fit into someone else's world, take a moment to pause and reflect. Are you acting out of love and respect, or are you sacrificing your independence out of fear and a need for approval? Remember, a relationship built on mutual respect for each other's freedom and individuality is not only robust, but enduring. Instead of trading our priceless freedom for fleeting approval, let's strive for relationships that honor and celebrate our autonomy. Let's be guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Number 4, suppressing your emotions. Imagine trying to hold a beach ball underwater. The more you push it down, the more forcefully it pops back up, often in unexpected ways. Similarly, when we suppress our emotions to maintain peace in a relationship, we're not resolving anything. We're just delaying the inevitable explosion of feelings. This isn't the Stoic way. Stoics advocate for a healthy relationship with our emotions, one where we acknowledge, understand, and manage them. It's not about denying their existence, suppressing feelings, or neglecting emotional needs for the sake of a relationship is not only unhealthy, but also unsustainable. It leads to a build-up of resentment, misunderstandings, and ultimately a disconnection, not only from your partner, but also from yourself. The Stoic approach encourages facing emotions head-on, examining them with reason, and expressing them constructively. It's about finding the balance between emotion and reason, ensuring that neither dominates unchecked. Communication is a cornerstone of this philosophy. Being honest with yourself and openly communicating your feelings are not signs of weakness, but of strength and self-awareness. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of self-reflection and honesty in all aspects of life, including our emotional world. Number 5, ignoring reason for passion. Envision your relationship as a voyage. Passion acts as the wind in your sails, propelling you forward with exhilaration and speed. However, without the rudder of reason to guide you, that same wind could lead you to crash into the rocks. Stoics, like Epictetus, taught that we should not be slaves to our impulses, but masters of them, steering our lives with wisdom and foresight. This doesn't mean stifling our desires, but understanding them, questioning them, and aligning them with our deeper values and goals. Here lies the wisdom of the Stoics. They remind us that reason should be the lens through which we examine our feelings, ensuring that our actions in relationships are not just reactions to fleeting emotions, but choices made with clarity and foresight. This Stoic principle doesn't only apply to navigating conflicts or making significant decisions, it's also about the daily choices we make in our relationships. It involves choosing to communicate openly instead of reacting defensively, showing patience instead of frustration, and seeking understanding before making assumptions. By letting reason guide these moments, we cultivate a relationship that's not only passionate but also resilient, respectful, and deeply connected. Number 6, never compromise on personal integrity. In the realm of relationships, a crucial Stoic lesson for men is to uphold their personal integrity, avoiding the perilous path of sacrificing core principles solely to please a woman. While compromise is an inherent aspect of any healthy relationship, Stoicism cautions against compromising fundamental beliefs and ethical standards. The Stoic philosophy, rooted in wisdom and self-awareness, underscores the significance of maintaining individual integrity, even in the context of romantic partnerships. The Stoics, including figures like Epictetus, advocate for individuals to be masters of their impulses rather than slaves to them. In the intricate dance of relationships, this principle becomes particularly relevant. It encourages men to navigate the delicate balance between compromise and unwavering commitment to their core values. Stoicism posits that sacrificing essential principles for temporary approval or to avoid conflict is akin to surrendering the fortress of one's inner self. In the heat of passion or the desire to please, it's easy to succumb to actions that conflict with one's deeply held beliefs. Stoicism, however, serves as a guiding philosophy, urging men to view their feelings through the lens of reason. This perspective ensures that actions within relationships are not mere reactions to fleeting emotions, but deliberate choices made with clarity and foresight. A relationship built on compromise that respects individual integrity contributes to a harmonious and enduring connection. It doesn't advocate for rigidity, but instead promotes profound self-awareness and the cultivation of a relationship that is not only passionate but also resilient, respectful, and deeply connected. By honoring personal integrity and finding common ground that aligns with core values, men can forge relationships that encourage mutual growth and understanding while fostering the flourishing of both individuals within the partnership. Number 7. Committing something to please her. Imagine a situation where you're asked to engage in something that goes against your core beliefs or personal interests. It could be as simple as pretending to enjoy a hobby you're not interested in, or as complex as making life choices that don't align with your aspirations or ethics. Stoicism teaches us the value of living in accordance with our nature, acknowledging and respecting our likes, dislikes, values, and principles. When we stray from this path for the sake of someone else's happiness, we not only lose our authenticity, but also erode the foundation of trust and respect in the relationship. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, eloquently spoke of the inner fortress that each person must build and defend. It's a metaphor for our core self, our principles, and our virtues. To compromise these for temporary affection or to avoid conflict is akin to leaving the gates of our fortress unguarded. True, enduring connections are not formed through self-betrayal, but through mutual respect and understanding of each other's authentic selves. It's about finding common ground while standing firmly on your own. The Stoic approach isn't one of rigidity, but of profound self-awareness and integrity. It encourages us to ask ourselves, is this action in harmony with my true self? Does it serve my virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? When the answer is no, it's a call to pause and reflect, a reminder that love and respect, both for ourselves and from others, flourish in the light of authenticity, not in the shadows of compromise and conformity. So before you commit to something solely to please someone else, consider the Stoic wisdom that advises us to honor our essence first. It's not about selfishness, it's about self-respect. It's about building a relationship where both individuals are encouraged to be their best and truest selves. This doesn't diminish the love you share, it deepens it, creating a bond that's not just about the pleasure of the moment, but about the joy of a shared journey towards growth and understanding. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please click the like button, share it with others, and subscribe for more wisdom on philosophy and strategies for personal growth. Also, feel free to share your thoughts or experiences with Stoicism and relationships in the comments below. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and let the Stoic wines transform your life.